Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to look at a magic trick known as any card at any number. So this is basically the holy grail of magic. It's where a spectator thinks of a card or selects a card and then names a number between 1 and 52, and whatever number they name, their card ends up in that position. So it's one of my favorite effects to perform, and today I'm going to show you how it looks like, and then yes, I'm going to teach you how to do it. Okay guys, so any card at any number, the holy grail of magic, right? So let me give you a brief of what this trick is, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to teach you how to do it. So this trick is basically where your spectator gets to choose a card at random. Either they name a card or they pick a card from the deck. It doesn't really matter. And then they name a number from 1 to 52, fixing the position of the card. And once they do that, you count down to that amount of cards, and bingo. The card they chose ends up at the position they decided. So I'm going to show you what it looks like, and then we're going to get into how to do it. So let's see. We're going to give this pack one last shuffle. Just like so. Like that. And you all can see that all the cards are completely different. Right? Let's give it one more mix, just like that. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to have you guys or your spectator name a card, because this is so powerful. They don't even need to pick a card, so there's no option of forcing them to pick a card or any of that nonsense. Let's say they name a card, for example, the 7 of diamonds. They can name any card they like. Now let's say they need to name a position in this deck between 1 and 52. Let's say they name 13. Perfect. So the 7 of diamonds, 13 cards down from the top. And all I have to do is this move. Give the card some space to travel. That's all. Magic's already done. Let's count 13 cards down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So now let's recap. You picked a card, you picked a position. It could have been any card from that deck, and it could be any number between 1 and 52. But you chose the 7 of diamonds, 13 cards down from the top. Let's take a look what you landed up at. You landed up at, hopefully, the 7 of diamonds. And that's any card at any number. Let's take a look how it's done. Okay, so let's take a look at how this trick is done. It's one of the most beautiful effects I've seen recently. It's known as topper, and that's all this trick has to it. So topper is basically a move where you give the image that you're pulling out the card from the center, but you're actually taking it from the top. It looks something like that. It's a really clean move. And if you've got a deck which has got a very simple and simple at the same time complex back design, like the B playing cards, I can put a link down in the description where you can pick these up. I've been using bicycle playing cards for as long as I can remember, but as soon as I bought these have become my new favorite. There's a video coming up, maybe today if I can do a double upload, or tomorrow for sure, comparing these to the bicycle playing cards. Keep your eyes out for that. So that comes later. For now, let's take a look and learn how to do topper. So the basic premise of this trick is two things. You need to know where their card is, and you need to know how to control it. I've put up a video and I've taught how to control cards, and many ways how to control cards. I've taught you how to do 7 of them. I'm pretty sure you can master 1 of them. You can either control their card or have it controlled before the trick starts. Okay, and you need to know the move topper. So the first step is you have them name a card or pick a card. If you can't spot cards quickly in a deck, or curl cards or control cards that quickly, you can force a card on them and then control it. I've also taught how to force a card on my channel. I'll drop in a link in the description box. If you don't know how to force a card, you definitely should take a look at that. So if you want to force a card, you have them pick a card, just like so. And maybe the Jack of Hearts. You have it returned to the pack. You control it in any way you like. That was a horrible demonstration of a pass, but you get the point. You control it to the top. So let's try that again. You have a return, you control it to the top of the deck, and that's all you have to do. The first part of the trick is done. That's one option, that you control their card, and if you want them to name the card, then for example they name the 6 of clubs. What you want to do is you want to say, you could have picked any card and you want to spot it, and I've spotted it, and then you just square up the pack. You want to spread through, say again, let's say they name the 7 or the queen of spades. You go through the deck, you say you can name, you could have go through the deck. What you're doing is you're talking to them, but you're spotting a card. Say they name the queen of spades, you go through the deck, just like so you could pick any card in this deck. They say queen of spades, you're like perfect, and you just cut the queen to the top. And obviously you do this cutting really briskly, like okay, let's get into the trick, something like that. So maybe they name the 6 of clubs, you go through the deck, you cut the 6 to the top, and you have the 6 of clubs controlled to the top. Your basic trick is done. All you need to know is how to perform the move topper now. So what the move topper is, they name a number, you count down really slowly to that number. So let's, for this trick, let's say 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So of course that is not their card, but you want to make it look like it's their card. So we're going to use a psychological trick that's called time delay. We're going to let this image sink in their head. So what you're going to do is we're going to try and recap the trick for them. Before you do that, you want to place this card in a specific position. You don't want it too pulled out, you don't want it too pushed in. You want it maybe 3/4, just a little more than the first pip of the card showing. Like that much of the card, 1/3 of the card popping out, that's all you need. Not more, nor less. And completely parallel to the deck. It's really important, you can't have it side jogged or in any manner. Once you have the card placed just like that, so you want to talk to them for a second, and you want to while you're talking to them, you want to change your grip from dealer's grip to the topper grip. Topper grip is basically elevated dealer's grip. So from here you come up here, because now you're going to do the move. So the move happens with these 3 fingers. I'm going to show you what the move looks in slow motion. So you're going to come over with this hand, and you're going to contact the out jog card with these 2 fingers and the top card with the pad of your thumb. And this is what's going to happen. You're going to take your 2 fingers, you're going to push this card in, and at the same time you're going to pull this card out, and you're going to roll this hand backwards. So that's the card. In one swift motion it looks like that. You push that card in and you pull that card out, just like that. And you want to flick it out so it looks like, because if I pull this card out, it flicks. So when you want to give that same illusion, when you pull this card out, you push that in and you want to flick it, that sound has to come that you flick the card out. Okay, so I'm gonna try to give you a close-up on this. It looks something like so. You push the card in and you pull this card out just like so. All the magic's happening with these 2 fingers and this side of your thumb. So you've got one card out jogged, you come in and you pull. So you push and you pull, push and you pull, and at the same time it looks something like this. You have the card there, you pull it out just like that, keep the deck square, and you've actually taken the top card and not the middle card, just like so. And it's a really convincing illusion. Let's get into the do's and don'ts now. Okay, so I hope all of you understood what topper is. So the do's and don'ts for this move is, first of all, you don't want this to happen, right? You don't want to pull this card out where you fail to push this card in, which completely ruins the illusion. So you want to have enough pressure to push that card in. And when you push that card in, what's going to happen is the whole deck is going to tend to move back. If you can see that whole top portion of the deck is moving back, because the whole finger is hitting the deck. So to minimize that, is what you want to do is you want to angle the deck sideways, so your fingers only hit the top part of the cards. So you want to push that in, And you want to make sure that it doesn't contact your thumb at all, because for example, if it's out jog, right, you want to push it in, it's not going to go in, it's going to hit your base of the thumb. So that's why it's really important. So the card is square, so it goes in completely, or even if it doesn't go in completely, it doesn't matter, because this effect happens so quickly. Because what you're going to do is you're going to push it in, pull it out, and you're going to take this hand away, you're going to curl it off. So all they're left with is the image that there's a card in your hand. Okay, so your hand movement is going to happen something like you push that in, pull it out, and you're going to take this deck behind. You don't want them to focus on this deck at all. All the focus should be on this hand, which has apparently the selected card. So that's the first way to do it. I'm going to show you now a second way to do any card at any number. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate what the second way of doing any card at any number is. And this is a method that if you can't really perform Topper at the moment, you need to practice, and you still want to perform this effect. I know some of my friends are really eager and they want to perform these effects. Then you can perform this effect straight out of the book. And immediately, if you want to go out and perform this effect, you can do it right after this video. So you're going to have them, let's say, pick a card. And in this effect, it's better to have them pick a card. So we have them pick a card, say the 6 of hearts, perfect. Goes into the pack. We shuffle up the pack, just like so. Perfect. You can give it a few cuts as well, just like that. And one final riffle shuffle should do the trick. Beautiful. Now let's say they name any number they like, right? Any number they like, any number at all. So let's say they name their birth date. So maybe they're born on the 15th. So we count down 15 cards from the bottom this time. 1, and we can even do this face up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and they chose number 15, right? 15. So if they would have stopped at 16, they would have come here. 17 would be that, but they chose the number 15. And their card is indeed at the 15th position. So that is another way to perform any card at any number. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so this move is really like almost self-working, but you also need to know one simple sleight of hand move, which is obviously how to control a card. So what I did was the non-pass, or whatever you want to call it. So you have a card selected from the pack. Perfect. The Queen of Clubs. Either you can have it returned into the pack on the top. So what I had to do is I put it in the top and I controlled it to the bottom, just like so. Any way you like. What I did was completely non-visual, just like that. Comes to the bottom. And I've taught how to control cards again. There's a link in the description, or you can just hunt it on my channel. And it's a must-watch video. So once you have that card controlled to the bottom, you're practically ready. And the next move is known as the glider or something. I'm not sure of the name, but the move looks something like this. What you're going to do is you're going to take their card, right? And you're going to glide it, just out jog it a little bit. That much. And your hand will cover that part of the card, just like so. You're going to hold it like that, and you can even ask them to do it. You can glide the card halfway back, and you can say, okay, I know you can contact the base of the cards, and all you're going to do is you're going to pull out cards from here until, even if they want to say stop, they can, or if they name a number, for example, they say stop right here. Then what you want to do is you want to take your pinky and you want to square up the pack like so. So once you have it like that, hold on. Oops. That you're holding the cards like that, your pinky is going to come in contact and it's going to push the card in, and you want to peel it out just like you were peeling the other cards and place it on the top. And you can say, if you would have said stop one card later, you would have been there. One card earlier, you would have been there, but you said stop exactly on your card. So that's any card in any number with the move called glider. And it's a really simple move. All you're gonna do is, while you're holding the pack, while you're squaring it up, you're gonna use these two fingers to push this card slightly behind, and this is gonna cover it. And when you wanna reveal that card, your pinky is gonna push it square. That's all the move is. And of course you need to learn how to control a card, which I've taught again in the past. Go and have a look at that video, and I'm sure you're gonna understand this. And it's a beautiful effect. Go out, have fun, and perform this effect for all the people out there. And it's just one of my favorite effects, and it's just beautiful. So go out, have some fun, and I'll see you in the next one.